What is happening? It is the Nintendo Powercast episode 335. Johnny is the host. He's on top tonight.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't ready for this. I'm ready.
No, I'm just kidding. But we got Johnny Bo here. What's going on, buddy?
What's up? If you guys could just
That
know what
enthusiasm.
goes on before the stream, you'd be like, there's no way that this stuff comes together.
Crawler, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
And player 3, Cheesy, what's happening?
How's it going, everyone?
Does
So-
that make you player 0 or what? How does that
Yeah,
work?
yeah. You screwed that
Your
one
mask
up.
off a little bit there.
You know, what do you want me to do? I invited all you guys over, but I only had 3 controllers, and so I just watch.
Okay.
You know,
Who's got the Mad Cats?
That just sounds creepy. Like, why are you inviting 3 dudes over?
Speaking of things that sound creepy, if you want your princess to stay in your castle, make sure to head on over to manscaped.com so that you can trim the bushes around your flagpole. Use coupon code N64Josh to save 20% and get free shipping. I had somebody this week ask me, are these actually good products? Like, should I get? And I'm like, yeah, I don't recommend anything I don't use. Like,
And
they're
they
good
sent them to
products.
They
Yeah,
sent them to us, and
they're-
we've been using them.
It's good stuff.
They're stellar products. I highly recommend them. And great Christmas gift. Great Christmas gift idea. So manscaped.com. Use coupon code N64Josh, 20% off and free shipping. Another Christmas gift idea, if you want, check out my book, N64Josh.com/Another Castles, the physical copy. Or if you want to get it for free on Audible, N64Josh.com/Audible.
Yeah, just put stuff in your Amazon cart and leave it there, because I did that with the Jedi Fallen Order art book that went on sale this week, and my wife just checked out with a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, "Did you mean to buy that?" Like, "Nah, I just thought it was 30-something bucks. I don't care." I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "I just put it in the cart." So just put stuff in the cart, and they'll buy it.
That's the
Jeez.
trick. There's the trick right there. So, but speaking of Christmas and everything, I have a ton of Nintendo recommendations on my Amazon shop, and you can go to n64josh.com/store. If you have people you're shopping for, you're wondering what's some good ideas for Switch games, I'm going to be updating that probably this weekend with even some newer games. But there's all kinds of fun stuff on there. There's the different hats that I have, the different mugs, as well as games, all kinds of cool Nintendo recommendations, n64josh.com/store, and it helps support the show. So I really, really do appreciate you guys checking that out. With that, we've all been playing quite a bit. It seems like Nintendo's just hot right now. Like, for us anyway. I'm like, Forza pulled me away from my Switch a little bit, but it's been a lot of Smash Bros. I've been playing through both Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 at the same time. I've got
You got different switches for it.
I've got the first game is in my Switch Lite sitting by my bed, and if I forget to bring my OLED to bed, I'll just play the first one, but if I remember the OLED, then I'll play the second one. Of course, jumping into Animal Crossing, getting to play some of that stuff and having a good time with it. Like, I cannot walk downstairs to my living room without seeing usually there's 4. I got my 2 daughters, my son's girlfriend, and my wife all sitting on the couch playing AC together. Like, just loving it. Yeah, they've got we scored on the amiibo cards. We were able to find 10 packs, which I know is crazy. If you guys tried to do any hunting, you're like, what?
How many duplicates did you get?
Quite a few, but it's been great because we've been, like, one of the managers at GameStop, she had a Dom and we had an extra Raymond. So then we were able to trade. Like, so we've been doing some trades with people, and even some people in the Discord, like, shout out to Damama. She's like, yo, I got these 10 cards and we had these 10 cards. So we did a trade with her as well.
Nice.
And so, yeah,
How much are those a pack? $6?
$6, right?
$6. If
Like
you
$1
buy them from
card.
scalpers, they're about $20 a pack.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I got way into the Series 1 cards. Like, I have a ton of them. I'm probably close to all of them. But then I'm like, this is way too much. Way too much. Now, what series is this? 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Is it 5?
This series 5, yeah. So and Jen has like we probably have 2/3 of all the cards, right? Maybe a little less than that. Maybe it's right at half, but
So you
she's
can
got
have
them all
whoever you want on your island, pretty much.
pretty much. Yeah, she's got it all organized. She knows which ones are missing based on number and name, like a little sticky note sitting on the but it was super cool. Like I did have a hookup at one of the retailers that was like, here's all the ones we got in store, and just gave them to me. So that was great.
Oh, nice.
I feel bad for the people that were behind us. This happened. We went to Target and we got in line separately. Jen and I did. She went and got her. As I'm standing there, next person in line, they're like, here's the last pack. And the people behind me wanted, like, I'm glad I got one. I'm stoked. But like,
You're a horrible person.
this also happened when we went to another GameStop. I bought the last one behind the counter as somebody came in. It's like, yo, can I get Animal Crossing cards? And I'm just like, okay, Nintendo, I realize you took a little bit of an L putting out so many of the original Animal Crossing amiibo, but now they're repackaging them. And they're also selling these 3-packs of like the ones that came with Amiibo Festival. They're selling those ones in their own special like 3-card pack. Why can't, like, these can't be that expensive to make? Like,
No.
like flood the store shelves, like get all the series back out. Like there's
I was saying,
you're
because
gonna
I have a handful of
Yeah,
actual
I don't know
amiibo.
if you're gonna sell them though. Like, so Pokemon was huge. Pokemon cards were huge, like earlier this year.
Yeah.
Then they just flooded the market with Pokemon cards. Nobody cares. Like
They needed to flood it with this announcement, right? And at least have them sit on store shelves so people could walk in and have a shot.
Well, and these are different than Pokemon cards though, because you're not buying them for the grade perfect card. Like you're buying
some
them.
people might be.
There may be some people that do that.
Well,
but even still, like they've incorporated them so much into this new, like the new
with
game,
the phone thing or whatever to go call them, right?
Yeah, and it's like, what? I don't understand. Like,
They don't like money, okay? They don't want your money.
I just
stop
I don't
trying
know.
to give them money.
I don't know.
They don't
what
want
it
your money.
is,
They don't want you to chat on Twitch. They don't want you to do anything.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just been but it's been fun getting back to like the silver lining not being able to find them is that we get to go and hunt for stuff, and that's always kind of fun when, like, you know,
That's
we
like the
randomly
most fun part of it.
Yeah, we walked through a Target and saw the sangria cards, and it was like, yo, we hadn't got these yet, and here they were. There was 2 sitting on the shelf, so we snagged those, you know, and so that kind of stuff is still cool. You'll see them at random places, and you know, but it's just there was literally, I saw so many people out and in line trying to get these things, and Target employees were like, yo, so many people have been asking us. Like, they're hot right now. The Nintendo's second best selling game, and they don't. And what's weird is, in like, if you start looking on eBay and stuff, you can buy the entire boxes on eBay, like
For how
like
much?
25, like $250 or something like that. So it's
And
still
how many
like
come in there?
Don't
$10
do
a
it.
pack,
Don't do
you
it.
know. But it's like they seem readily accessible over there, like it's not as popular. Yet here we are, people it's the whole scalping thing. Even though Target's like, you get one per, and that's it. You know,
That's crap.
That'll take you forever. How many cards are in the series?
6. We got 60.
No, I mean, like, how many?
No, in the
60?
series 5.
In series 5, there's 48 cards.
Okay.
And you
Not
guys,
too bad. It's
and
not
how
too
many
bad.
packs have you gotten? How many duplicates have you gotten?
I mean, we've had 60 total cards. Here's the kicker. The duplicates. So I think it's I've never opened a Pokemon pack, right? But with these Animal Crossing ones, you get one like hologram card or whatever, or like shiny card.
So people are people are gonna be getting these cards for collector crap.
Yes. So
I mean,
that
Yeah, I mean that's how it's been though, right? Like there's always been like a I don't know if they're hollow, they're like sparkly or whatever.
yeah, they're just like sparkly. But the problem is you only get one of those per pack, and there's at least I mean I don't know, I don't have them in front of me, but
Welcome to TCGs, man.
yeah, there's probably 15 to 20 of them or probably 12 to 15 in this 48 pack series, 48 cards in this series. So you're looking at having to buy multiple packs, probably maybe 25 packs before you could complete the series. Maybe.
They did all these at McDonald's.
Yeah,
this
right.
year. I mean,
yeah. So yeah, it's just more of like a little rant. Like I just like you have a game that's selling so well, you can up production, I would think, a little bit on this stuff. They can't be that expensive to make, I wouldn't think, and just flood the market. It's okay.
It's that NFC chip,
Take the scalpers out of the equation. Like
if they want to do it though, they got to air freight it in because that stuff's not going to have priority to get through the ports.
Yeah, that's also a factor too. So, but I do want to talk about what you guys have been playing. Johnny, what have you been playing?
I'm playing a lot of Mario Party Superstars.
Yeah, cool.
That game is awesome. I think it's the best Mario Party game. I know Cheesy has been playing it as well. I don't know if Crawler played it too much.
I played it a decent amount. I've been playing it with my son. Forza this weekend to kind of monopolize my time.
Yeah, but no, it's like the mini games are on point. The boards are great. It just feels like an old school Mario game,
Yeah.
And
My son got a hard lesson in the BS that is Mario Party because we played a 20 turn game and DK landed on 3 hidden block squares, I think 2 of which gave him stars, and it's like, what is this crap? That's not skill, that's not anything. And he's getting so frustrated with some of the mini games. I'm like, dude, this game is not about skill, it's about just random dice rolls and hoping you get lucky at the end. That's all it is.
And then he found out about the bonus stars.
Yeah, the bonus stars. He's like, oh man, I'm winning. I got 3 stars, and everybody else has 1.
Yeah.
But I was playing with 2 other people, and then like an AI. And the AI had a custom block, right? So that you could choose whatever number you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And it chose 1, all right? So it moved 1 spot. And then in front of it was a spot where a star could possibly go. Then somebody else bought the star. And I'm like, there's no way that star is moving right in front of the AI.
The AI knew
and
the algorithm.
Right in front of the AI. Game's rigged. The game is rigged.
Get good, John. Get good.
But yeah, I'm playing a lot of that. Playing Smash a lot.
Twitch.tv/JohnnyBo.
Yeah, that's probably going to be my main game for the foreseeable future. I haven't tried the Animal Crossing update yet. I still want to do that. But yeah, I've been on the Forza train too. So
here's what I recommend.
Live last week. So
oh yeah, you did. Here's what I recommend with AC: at least sign in once a day and do like 15 to 20 minutes worth of things, just so that if you're not time traveling, you're completing stuff. So that like
that's a lot of work.
Do your chores.
I just said 20 minutes.
That's a lot. That's a long time,
While you're brewing your coffee, take your Switch with you.
How long does it take you to make coffee? Like, what?
I said while it's brewing.
Are you farming the beans and like
roasting them,
pressing it, and
John, I'm just trying to bring solutions. Okay, like that's it. I'm just trying to help you. Out. So,
I just got Shin Megami Tensei, so that I'll be playing that this weekend.
Cool, and that's going to be on a topic tonight. We're going to watch the trailer again while we're here chatting and just kind of. I accidentally ordered 2 copies of that game. I hate it when I do that. Like, I'll order stuff super late at night and then forget I did it, and then like I was just checking
put it in the Amazon cart,
like, well, Amazon's like, hey, it's coming, and then I opened up Best Buy and I was like, what's Shin Megami Tensei doing there? I guess I ordered it there too. So so anyway, I'll just be able to return it. No big deal. But Crawler, how about you? I know you've been playing lots of Forza, but any Switch?
Still playing Smash occasionally. Grinding GSP up and down, back and forth.
Pulling your hair out.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't. My Switch is far enough away. If I bang my desk now, it's good.
You don't disconnect.
Don't disconnect. What else have I been playing? I have a few things like on deck that I want to play. I have Doki Doki Literature Club, which I've heard interesting things about, but it's definitely
Don't play it with your son around.
Yeah, the game warns me like 5 times, like don't play it if you're sensitive to certain things, and don't play it in front of kids. It's like, okay, so that it's definitely, and also not my style of game. Like I don't, because it's a interactive like graphic story, right? I think so.
Yeah, it's not really. It's like a point and click thing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's something different, but I've heard such good things over the years about it, so I'm intrigued to play it. So I have that kind of on deck. But there's so many things coming out that
it's going to take some time. Just to give you a heads up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, so that's on deck. I want to go back and do Skyward Sword, but it's also once we get an official like Breath of the Wild 2, I think that'll be the kick in the pants I need to probably sit down and actually have an end date that I need to finish it by, because I do think it's going to be important for Breath of the Wild 2 storylines.
Potentially, yeah. And that's one that I have, like it's sitting in my room near my Switch Lite, so that like if I'm slowly chipping away at it. What's been crazy, real quick, just playing with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the story mode plus or whatever, New Game Plus. Like, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1 where I'm grinding and trying to build up my level so that I can get through encounters faster. And then I go to this one, it's like, whack, done. I was like,
well, you can go level yourself down
right
in the ends or whatever.
But I'm not. I'm just like, this is way faster. Like, I just want to experience the story again. So like, this is a perfect way for me to do it.
There's blades you can get only in New Game Plus in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that they don't unlock until then. And I did start a second, like try to beat it as fast as I can, playthrough of Dread. I haven't really gone back to it since, but I did get to like the third area already, and I think I'm like about an hour or so into it.
Cool. Cheesy, how about you?
Yeah, a lot of Mario Party Superstars, and I know that John kind of already talked about it, but that online is just solid. It's so good, and playing with friends, like I don't think I encountered any lag. It just plays all the way through. I did play my first online game that wasn't playing with friends, and it did lag a little bit, but like this is miles better than what we have seen from Nintendo. And with the recent rumor that Nintendo is wanting to put some of their money, some of the money that they made off of their hardware sale and software sales, they want to invest it in online. I hope this is the future of Nintendo Online, because it's good.
That's great to hear. So
I think Smash Connect code.
Yeah.
They should go back and fix some of their older games. Mario Kart, Smash, Splatoon.
Yeah, Mario Kart. The rubber banding in Mario Kart, if it could go away. That didn't happen on my screen. That's when you play Mario Kart in Discord, you learn a lot that doesn't get transferred client side.
Yeah,
and they can take Waluigi out too while they're at it.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't make it into Smash. Take him out of Mario Kart while you're at it. Be all right. Be all right with me. So, but speaking of Mario Party, I think Saturday I'm gonna do I think I have most of the day free, so I may end up doing like a late afternoon Mario Party stream. So if any of you guys are around and want to multi-stream, or even if it needs to be later in the evening, like we can get something planned. But I think there'd be some pretty fun hijinks playing some Mario Party together. So
we should do we should do a 5-hour 50 turn.
Let's do it.
How high can you go? How high?
I think it's 50. I think it's 50.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it'd be a blast. So we're gonna jump into Shin Megami Tensei, the trailer real quick. And
Hold on. I know Johnny's getting it. I have it ordered. You have it ordered. Cheesy, are you getting it?
I really know nothing about Shin Megami Tensei.
Nor do
I've
I.
been trying to figure it out, and my guess is that it's this guy named Megami, and his Shin is really Tensei, and you have to
Oh my
figure out
God.
how
wow,
to relieve
You
that
are cut
pain.
from the same cloth as Josh right
oh
there.
Boy.
So, am I close or?
you nailed it, dude. That's
Yeah,
cool. Like, yeah, I thought it's a
That's
game all
plot.
about shin splints, so that's why I'm signed up. I'm like,
Right, it sounds educational. Like
it's-
you'll
yeah.
learn some things.
it's like Ring Fit. I think you're just doing a lot of running.
Right.
So here we go. Honestly, for me, it was this trailer that sold me,
Mhm.
and
Is this the E3
So-
one?
I actually don't. I don't know if
I think
it's.
I think E3 had a big trailer.
It's about 3 minutes long. It's the official Nintendo, like from their. I think the quality is low though. I need to bump it up. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me.
I think that's interesting about Shin Megami Tensei is
Oh, it's way low.
There we go.
the spin-off is actually more well known than the mainline game. I think people know Persona more than they know Shin Megami
Ooh,
Tensei.
you're gonna piss people off right there.
I mean I don't know.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
talk about
Persona 5 has definitely transcended a lot more people, and it's not as despair and post-apocalyptic and all that kind of stuff. I mean, so yeah, I mean, this is a darker. You're dealing with demons and kind of stuff. I mean, you're in what? You're invading people's minds in Persona.
This is all new to me. I didn't even know Persona was tied to this at all. Like,
yeah, Persona is
hadn't-
the spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
I had no idea. All I know is that seeing this and like even what we're seeing right now, like where it looks kind of Bayonetta-esque, I was like, yo, I'm kind of sold on this. And honestly, I hope to
You know it's a
have the
turn-based
same-
JRPG, right?
I do. Yeah, I do. But I really, really enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles 2 enough that I'm playing it again, and I rarely play a game more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely. So
All right, so what I want to say, if you enjoyed Tokyo Mirage Sessions, or
I put it on my Christmas list.
So this battle style looks very similar to that because that is Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem put together. So if you enjoyed that game and that battle style, I think this is going to be very similar.
It will be interesting if it can get its hooks in me being a turn-based,
and
right?
being a large 80-hour kind of game. It is for Josh to play through it. It's going to have to really get its hooks in him early.
Yeah,
which
these types of games are like they zen me out. You know, like I don't really have to think too much. I can just go into a battle and then take my time with it.
I'm excited for some of the conversation that takes place. Like demons will either you're offered like 3 or 4 different communication conversation options with them, and they'll do different things based on your answers.
Yeah, I think that's how you get them to become your. I don't know what they're called on this.
Your persona.
It's kind of like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon, right? Yeah, it's Persona. Yeah, I'll make another. Let's just piss off the whole fan base right
Arsene!
Hey, I have a gift. Read the reviews. You guys know.
But yeah, I mean, it's like we probably shouldn't compare it to other games, but it's supposed to be like a more mature Pokemon as well.
No, compare away. Like that's what people like. That's how we know if it's like if somebody's like, "Yo, this looks cool," and it's kind of plays like Pokemon. Yeah, maybe that's.
I mean, that's how I kind of felt with Xenoblade. Like you were collecting blades. I mean, I mean, this is collecting the demons, and yeah, I can see that.
Cheesy, you've been kind of quiet. Like after watching the trailer a few more times and realizing it's not about shin splints, jogging, or running marathons. How do you?
I mean, she does jog.
Now? Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's some running. There's some running happening here.
So I was a little right. I don't anytime that I'm watching trailers now, I'm just thinking about how good they're gonna look on the OLED. because this already, I'm like, I can just picture it. I think it would be something that I could try. It doesn't seem like something that I would like get myself into, but if enough people were like, "Oh, this game is really good, you should check it out," then yeah, I'll give it a shot. But um, just first impressions, this doesn't seem like my kind of game. But I don't know. I like being surprised, so maybe it will turn me around.
Have you played many JRPGs on the Switch, excluding Pokemon?
And no, I was gonna say like Pokemon is probably the only one. I wanted to give Fire Emblem a chance, and I still haven't. My first like uh introduction with Fire Emblem was Heroes, right? Is that the one that's on the
That's the one on mobile.
app? Yeah, and I know that that's completely different, but
It's like a Fire Emblem Light. It's a good intro point.
Okay.
You get a taste.
Yeah, I had fun with that for a bit. I didn't like stick with it, but
that's how I get my platinum points.
Oh, really?
That's if like when the Metroid posters came out, I had like 300 platinum points. You needed 1,000, so I just had to go grind chapters in Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh, nice.
We got to give a quick shout out to the Nintendads. Just rated our Twitch stream. Thank you so much. Of course, go and check out the Nintendads podcast if you're looking for more Nintendo podcasts. They are a great group of dudes and put out great content. So go check them out. So, yeah, the Switch has like surprisingly has helped me get more and more into JRPGs with Xenoblade, of course, Octopath Traveler, and even
Final Fantasy. You played the OG Final Fantasy VII.
I've got a few I've played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII and
Dragon Quest.
I have it.
I have it, but it's not open. Like I played the Builders game a little bit, you know.
Well, if you're looking for a good JRPG and you like the Shin Megami Tensei,
and that's an action, and that can be an action JRPG as well. It doesn't have to be turn-based. It can be.
Yeah, and I have like the Secret of Mana collection as well, right? Like I was at we have a retro game store called Reset Games, but they also get new stuff. But they have a limited run section in their store that's all cool. Limited run games, right? So, but the amount of JRPGs just blow me away. I'm like, I have no clue what this game is, right?
Like,
we didn't see that on the
Wii
Wii
Ni no Kunis are on there too. Ni no Kuni 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's so many.
The Yi series, there's like two games I think from
Tales of Vesperia, I think.
It's one of those, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's like I don't know, especially playing handheld. Like I like those games that are a little like I don't really want to play Smash handheld, right? Like some of these games with the short throw, even Mario Kart can be a little iffy at times just because of the short throw on the Joy-Cons. So that, and I don't want to do something that I'm going to be like I have to fix my Smash Joy-Cons because of drift now because of playing handheld too much with them. So
yeah, I'm worried about those pretty white OLED.
Put them on a shelf, man. Put them on a shelf.
Just slap the Zelda ones on and go to town. So.
But yeah, I mean, a JRPG and stuff like that's perfect for handheld. Just like I'm gonna be playing this weekend when I watch the Eagles beat the Broncos. So
yeah. Okay. All right.
Today was I had a day off and it was literally Christmas movies and Animal Crossing. Like I just sat and played Animal Crossing and watched Christmas movies with the fam, and it was a nice relaxing day. It was really,
you're
really
crazy
cool.
And you have your Christmas tree already set up in your house.
Christmas tree set up. It looks like a winter wonderland in our house right now, and I have no regrets. Like the kids are just like I don't know. It just like you get that seasonal depression and stuff, right? Dealing with all the like how the clouds and everything.
The time change.
Yeah, you walk into our living room and that all goes away. You're just like you're like, oh, hey, this is nice, you know.
I leave work now and it's pitch black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no fun. So last little thing on Shin Megami Tensei. Metascore is sitting at 86. It's been very well received so far, and if you end up falling in love with it, I know for a fact, I haven't looked it up, but just I know for a fact you can get the third game in the series on the Switch, and there may be others as well. I saw that at that retro game
Tokyo
store I was
Mirage
talking
Sessions
about,
is a
so.
Shin Megami Tensei game as well.
Yep, and there you go. And then if you still have your DS or 3DS lying around, there's a lot of
Four's on there, I think, right?
there's a lot of games on there. There's like you would always see them, and you're like, there's like, what is
no
this?
Personas. There's no Personas.
Isn't there one Persona? There's
What's
one.
that the Musu game that doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Like Royale or something like that.
Yeah,
Right?
Persona 5 Scramble or whatever.
So
Oh, that's on Switch. But DS has a Persona game.
Oh, it's that little chibi one or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think you're right. So the Switch finally gets Twitch, and
Kind of.
You can finally watch me.
it. So I fired it up. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. Right? I don't get it. Like, you can sign. Okay, here's the thing. Your sign in is super easy. You just scan the QR code with your phone. You're like, oh, this is cool. And then you go through the games and you pick the person you want to watch. And then you can see their chat and you can't see them. And then it's like, oh, if you want to watch, click here. You click watch, chat goes away. You want to chat? Guess how you got to do it? Scan the QR code and bring up a chat on your mobile device and start chatting with them there.
This is the most Nintendo thing I've ever heard.
Okay, here's my theory. And this just fed fuel to my fire, actually. So the Switch dock, the new one, the OLED, has a wired connection. And then Twitch drops. It becomes more possible to live stream with a wired connection than it is with the wireless. I mean, technically, right?
Yeah.
We
I mean,
know how
packet
it
loss
works.
and
Yeah. Then it also got me thinking, wait a minute. If they're going to start bringing more streaming services in, potentially, they might have a tough time getting 4K stuff. Even to like watch.
YouTube's already on there though.
But I don't know if you can switch it to like, we can't do anything 4K yet. But the theory, if
it's in there, they just got to
if it's in there, if they turn it on with the OLED and it's tied to the dock, is that wired connection? Because instantly we all go, like the majority of us are like, oh, it's for Smash because they've talked about Smash, but like not everybody plays Smash, right? Like a fraction of the
25 million of them do.
It's a lot. I'm not saying it isn't, but out of the, it's a quarter, not even a quarter, a little more than a quarter, right? A little more than a quarter of all the Switches out there. So why the addition of this Ethernet port? And to me, it's got to have something to do with some streaming possibly. And then they throw the Twitch app on here. Can you imagine being able to stream? I mean, I don't want to really imagine it because it's going to be like, we have no reason to do it. I don't even, they can't handle chat. Like you could live stream maybe, but, I think if
Nintendo wants to try to get into, more of an esports type era, they need to find a way, because I always get asked, like, how do you stream from your Twitch or from your Switch?
Yeah.
And like right now you need an outside device, you need a capture card, and then you need a PC. But if people could stream directly from their Switch, there will be a lot more people streaming Nintendo games, which in turn you would think would bring more viewers. And then, they'll try to grow that viewer base, because right now nobody's watching Nintendo games on Twitch.
I mean, not that many streamers that start by streaming from their console have it, but both PlayStation and Xbox had face cam options. Switch doesn't have that. I don't know, and there's
Until they turn it on.
Well, and there's no tell the turn.
And
There's a camera in
there's
the vent.
And what are we gonna have to go find the
You
Wii
have to hold
Speak-
it handheld, and you just
the Wii Speak mic to go stream with voice as well?
Oh man, there are some scuffed streams out there. I like.
No, you have to use the app for voice and chat
Oh my
on
god!
your phone.
So
You got to use the Nintendo app.
Tied to the
Yo-
Twitch app.
Yeah, you have to have both apps on your phone going at the same time.
And then I can talk like this.
Yeah, then you got your
Oh baby,
It-
triple.
yeah.
That's
In my
supposed to be-
case, yeah, you'll have the or most of our cases, right? We'll put the headphones in, and the mic just rubs in your beard the whole time.
They're
You're
just
like,
gonna come. They're gonna come up with something that what the GameCube had, and we're gonna get a cable, and you're gonna have to set your DS in front of you, and that's gonna be your camera at like what 320p or something like that.
180.
Then you can use your stylus to write out chat.
No, you have to
Right.
you have to use the camera that's in the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah, so it's moving all the time. Like they're like, no, the camera. You got to use the camera on your phone with the app, right? The camera on your phone with the app. You're set. You're good to go. You're good to go.
But Nintendo needs to figure out how to get people to watch their games on Twitch, because that's how games
Grow.
do well. Like Apex, all the big games like Apex, Fortnite.
Apex is on
Call of
Switch,
Duty.
man. You want to stream that? For
I know.
us?
I want to see all this large influx of people streaming Apex and Fortnite on the Switch.
I mean, there's something going on. Nintendo doesn't even have Netflix on there, and they've got Twitch on there. Like,
Yeah.
And we're only halfway through the life cycle, so
yeah, it was
There's a
there
lot
all
of
along. They
switches
just
to
turned
flip.
it on.
There's a lot of
Plug that
things
video,
built
Johnny.
in.
What's the YouTube channel?
YouTube.com/ the Johnny Bo, I think.
The I think
You'll see the thumbnail.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I don't know. This isn't something I'm gonna use yet. It seems like it's early on. Nintendo's gonna die on this hill of use your phone with our Switch. Like it's the Nintendo 64 controller all over again. You've got to have 3 hands to to use all this
Was
stuff.
it on Wii U?
Twitch?
Twitch?
Twitch,
No.
yeah. No.
Mm-mm. Nope.
They had the
Netflix.
TV app, but no Twitch.
They had Netflix. I don't even think Netflix works anymore on Wii U. I think
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Gotta
don't
have
think
had Twitch before
and I don't
Netflix.
think Netflix
That's
works
weird.
on the DS anymore. You could watch 3D stuff on
You gotta have the disc to fire up Netflix
For
on
Wii?
your Wii.
Does that still work if somebody has the disc?
I've had some of my siblings I think still watch Netflix on their Wii. I'm just like, I don't if they were for the longest time. I don't know if they still are, but
We need to put out an email to Netflix requesting a Wii watch disc.
We get Twitch
Yeah.
before Netflix. That's
They
pretty weird.
it is a little strange. It is a little bit strange. So who knows? It could maybe Nintendo's got
Netflix
more
in the pipeline.
Do you think this has anything to do with their expansion pack plans? I mean, we have to assume that they're doing more than just N64, Sega Genesis, and the Animal Crossing DLC. I think, I don't know what it is, but it just kind of seems like there's always Smash Bros tournaments. There's always Splatoon tournaments. It seems like they're trying to go in the right direction with online, and maybe this is part of it somehow.
Well, you may be onto something. If they can integrate this directly into the games, that when you're in the menu and you can see that there's an event happening live in game and then go watch for a little bit, or at least at that point that it's happening, you can fire up your app on your phone and then still be able to play. But like it seems like the next logical step for a lot of these things is to have something like Twitch and YouTube integrated directly into the game, that it's like, and they're doing, like you said, they're doing these Smash tournaments on the regular. They're doing Splatoon tournaments on the regular. And So who knows? And they've even been reaching out to influencers more. We've been seeing more and more stuff with influencers, and they brought a bunch of people in for Metroid. And
I saw
didn't get
something on
invited.
TikTok that made me upset today. That was like the Nintendo
Was it my
November
video?
box. No, well, that upsets a lot of people. But I saw somebody got like a Nintendo November box, and it was like a advent calendar, but for November, with a bunch of Nintendo stuff in it. And I was like, where's ours, Nintendo? Come on.
Sometimes they send out some cool stuff. So yeah, we'll see. I would love if Nintendo was like leading the charge in something. I don't know if there are many other games that Twitch is incorporated directly into. That's not. I know there's some on PC for sure, but like as far as just
Let's get some loot drop. Let's get some drops.
I was to say Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
Exclusive like clothing from Twitch Drop,
Yes.
or
Animal
not Twitch
Crossing
Dropper,
drops
but
would
like
be
the
huge.
monthly claims or whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
Or even Twitch Drops if they want to get crazy, like, and actually get content creators streaming their game. Twitch Drops is how you build a crazy fan base watching actively. If you do Twitch Drops, where you have to either watch a certain number of hours to be able to claim something, or be active watching for something to pop up in the chat to click. If you want to have more people engage on Switch, you maybe have to have the chat up on the Switch, but whatever.
I think it's just, I think they put out the minimum viable product, and it'll evolve in time.
Looking at it, because I did download it, I'm almost going to go compare it to my Amazon Fire Stick version of Twitch, because I don't know if you can chat on the Amazon Fire. There's no keyboard. It would be annoying to do it. So I bet it would be linked to your smartphone that way. I can watch the screen, but I'm wondering how to. I've never done it. It's kind of annoying.
Here's the thing. I did this all handheld. If I'm docked and I'm sitting on my couch with my phone anyway, I can just scan and then chat. It does make a little more sense, right? It's just, if you're handheld and then trying to do chat and watch, like that's not. But I didn't even think to dock my Switch to watch Twitch on it, right? That's not even something that I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Well, and that it would take a crazy amount of recognition, I think, from the app. But how crazy would it be if it could recognize if it's docked or handheld and switch back and forth between a console version of Twitch and the mobile version of Twitch, and then you could do touch controls if you were handheld. Like, I mean, they already have a mobile version, and they already have this console / Fire TV version. I don't like the layout of either. Like, the mobile version of Twitch is okay, but I'm when I watch Twitch, I mainly watch it on desktop, just because I like seeing all my channels that I follow just on the quick select. I don't like having to scroll through a line all the way down to see. I want to have that quick glance.
Yeah. So docked, it does make sense. You're not trying to type with the if you've got your Pro controller or whatever, like. So that does make a little bit more sense. Like I said, I just tried it because but I mean, we can't assume, like, there's gonna be some people the Switch is their main, their main console.
Mm-hmm.
They play it docked most of the time, and if they want to get on Twitch now, they'll be able to. But I mean, Cheesy, you kind of reiterated the fact that somebody's like, well, yeah, I can't chat because that's like, that was all of our initial impressions, but it's like, well, actually that's not a bad way of doing it if you are going to watch on your TV, because if I'm on my Xbox, I'm not going to fire up a keyboard. I'm going to sync my phone to Twitch to be able to chat. So like, I kind of want to backtrack a little bit and say, this isn't quite as, again, it's not going to be my preferred way of watching Twitch. I usually just do it on mobile anyway and just have the screen and the chat right there. But it's more opportunity for more eyes, especially on, like, this is the same company that 5 years ago was giving you half of your pennies on ads, right? God. And my initial thought, as soon as I saw this, the main thing I wanted to check is Nintendo taking a cut of subs? Like, are they using this as an opportunity?
If you can buy bits or whatever,
You
that's
can't
how
on here yet on the Switch. You can't.
So
but
you can't sub or anything on this.
you can't sub or anything like that. It would just be you
It's just a
as the
watch- it's
creator.
just a
We would just
watcher.
get views, but I wanted to. I wanted to at least check. You know what I mean, and see like is this run through the eShop? Can you buy? Because if you try to sub through your mobile device on iPhone, it's like, oh, buy a token, right, and then give that token to the streamer. So it's interesting where this is going. I'm albeit a little underwhelmed by it. I'm also excited for what the future might hold and how they could integrate this into their games. And it does, like, we don't even really think of Nintendo thinking that much about Twitch, and then here it is on their
Yeah,
system.
it was just
random
today. Like there was
Totally
it was
random.
just like shadow dropped.
Yeah, totally random.
Disney
So,
Plus and Netflix coming next. Let's do it.
right? Yeah.
You bring up a good point, just real quick. You bring up a good
Yeah.
point that you might be able to stream while it's docked, but I think we know that a lot of Switch users are mainly handheld. So I'm kind of confused on the direction that they may be going from there, because
The last numbers were 50-50.
Okay.
But that was early on in the Switch's life cycle.
They've sold more Switch Lites since then. They've also had a OLED come out where it incentivizes you to play handheld.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally sat down next to my wife while she's on her, and she's like, I want that screen. She's like, yours is way brighter than mine. I want that screen. It's like, all right, we'll see what we can do. So just real quick, I don't want to go into this too much because there are some kind of like spoilers, if that's even a thing with Animal Crossing. But if you were playing this afternoon, you saw server maintenance happening at 4:55 Pacific, and so 2.0.1 is out. It fixes a number of things like that. They tweeted out about a bug that was, if your gate was open and you tried to remodel, that's all fixed. Apparently, if you were growing sugar, tomatoes were showing up. That's been fixed. But I do want to hear from you guys. I'm not going to say who yet, but I want to know if after you've gotten Brewsters, if you've had any any characters show up that you were not expecting to see, or maybe
did you tweet about this today, or did
yeah,
I see
yeah,
this
I
randomly
I
on?
know where this is going.
Okay, you tweeted about it. Okay.
I tweet, and I was like, "What is he doing in the coffee shop? Like,
is he upset if you turn?
Oh,
off
okay,
the
yeah,
thing?
no, I know who it is now.
yeah." So I'm just curious if like other past characters that didn't make are going to show up and be like, "Yo, I'm having a cup of Joe today."
I have his amiibo, so I guess I could summon him, right?
Potentially, yeah. So
he lost his job, so like,
yeah.
Well, I think he's he flies in and picks you up. The way he talks to you, you're like, that's got to be him. Like if you get stuck or whatever, you call in the
the helicopter.
Yeah. So, and let's see the last topic for tonight. Pokemon team. This is from Nintendo Live. This is Pokemon creative team has been through a lot with angry fan feedback, and
never the.
Dude, I called down the fire of the Pokemon community in a video. I was basically like, yo, don't buy the game if you don't want it. Also, stop crying because I can't, I'm done. And then I made sure to use it in the Game Freak Lied hashtag on Twitter. That video blew up, and there were some very unhappy people in my comment sections. People leaving the YouTube video, heading over to their podcast app and giving this podcast 1-star reviews because of what I said about just not opening your wallet. Like they could not hang.
The internet is such a it's the vocal minority that's complaining, and it sucks because the people that are people that have positive feelings, they just don't express them on the internet. You see more negative stuff, and I completely understand where this article is coming from. Like, people just get mad at you, and you get such harsh feedback for no reason. Like, they wanted these remakes. Now everybody's mad that they got the remakes. Like,
I'm in the boat. I have no dog in this fight whatsoever. I wasn't even that interested in these remakes.
The trailer, the last trailer that came out got. That's why I bought the double pack.
Yeah, it got both of us, and I was like, I woke up this Monday thinking that Friday was Pokemon Day, and I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna play some Pokemon Friday, and then I was like, no, it's another week. I don't want to wait another week.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Yep. Yeah. So
and Game & Watch, stream that, Josh. Get the overhead cam.
Yeah, get that
going.
Get that going.
That has built-in streaming apparently.
They just got to turn it on. Here's the we got to get a shirt that says you just got to turn it on.
Turn it on. It's already built in.
Goes well with our sponsorship of.
So the quote from the Pokemon PR says, "There's also a vision for what creators want to provide, and it's a matter of finding that delicate balance throughout. We have a group of creators and professionals working at the Pokemon Company that have been through a lot, seen and heard a lot, and they have thicker skin than many people do because they've heard it." They go on to say that we hear it on the topics of fans seeking a more sophisticated and grown-up entry into the series, but states that we try to focus on making the core accessible to everyone. Right. And I mean, we talked about this a little bit beforehand. Like, Nintendo cracked that nut with like the Mario games. They add a level of difficulty that younger players that aren't seasoned gamers are going to struggle with. And then those of us that want and like the challenge can get to that end game, or those things that happen after the final boss, that like the darker side of the moon and whatever, like those levels get pretty intense. And that's awesome that they're there. Right. And look at what they're doing with what's the new one called? Like, I always pronounce the name wrong. The one that's coming out in January.
Arceus.
Legends Arceus.
Legends Arceus. Yeah. So that seems like it's a step in this direction towards a little more sophisticated title.
But those graphics look trash, Josh.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
they're so old. Outdated.
So real quick, Freaky Deaky said Game Freak makes tons of money with Pokemon franchise. If they can take the fans' cash, they should be able to take the feedback and criticism as well. So I get that, but to play devil's advocate with how Pokemon fans react, I think it's just that they have a love and a passion for the games that they played when they were younger, and they really wish that they could be that same kind of game, and that's just not the direction that Game Freak is going anymore, or at least they try to, but they're not going to please everyone, and it kind of sucks when you have to admit that a game series isn't for you anymore. And I'm not saying for like Freaky Deaky that's the case, it's just things aren't always going to be the same. There's always going to be change, and you either accept them or you just move on.
If you want a mature rated Pokemon game, get Shin Megami Tensei 5.
There's Pokemon like games out there. But I think that's a good point that you said. You play these games. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I've been a fan since I was a young kid. And you play these games when you're 10, 11, 12. That's when you get introduced to them. And then, now we're 10, 15 years down the line. The games are the same. Mm-hmm. You're just older. Like, these games, they're geared towards a younger audience. I don't know what else to... Like, that's just a fact of the matter.
They're super cookie cutter, right? Like, you're going to fight X amount of gyms, and you're going to have to do this and that's going to beat the game. And then, there's the legendaries, and boom, right? I've played Yellow, and I've played Shield or Sword, and like, I know what I'm expecting, but it's just the journey. Like, it's just enjoying the journey,
and it's fun. It's enjoyable to just catch the new Pokemon, see what new Pokemon are out there, and. We should know by now. What this is the 25th anniversary. We know what Pokemon is, right? So it's time to just
In
Accept that fact.
video games are an art form. It's up to the dev team to mold what they want to make. They don't have to. You don't have to bend or sacrifice anything that you want to make just because the fan base is outraged at something. There's sometimes ulterior motives behind what they're doing, why they're doing it. They're setting something up for later. They're honoring, in this case, what's coming up. They're honoring the old games, and they're adding some extra stuff to it with the whole underground dungeon thing. That's new, right?
And they just the dungeon. And they just showed something else where you could get the different legendaries.
The different
so
legendaries.
They are adding some things to it.
Yeah, and like Pokemon fans in particular are like, I want all my Pokemon. Like, the games are not built to have the 1,000+ Pokemon in all of them. Like, that would break stuff. And people, I don't know.
Would it be better if there was a hard mode option?
I think so. I think there's a difficulty slider would be a good idea. I don't see it hurting really anything. They could even add like a Nuzlocke mode, if you guys know what that is.
That would be great, right? Because that would show they are listening.
Dead.
Yeah. But that would show that they have a pulse on the community, right? On what's happening and what people are doing. But to comment on Freaky Deaky's statement, like, it's the problem with criticism and feedback is your definition, right? Because the stuff we were seeing with Sword and Shield was death threats to the developers.
It was pitchfork mob.
And those are not, that's not criticism or feedback. That's just lashing out and being angry that you're not getting what you want, right? Like, and so to be able to say like, yeah, I'm frustrated that this isn't. Look, if you've been a fan of Nintendo for a long time and you've seen the progression of The Legend of Zelda from the first game to Breath of the Wild, you've seen a sophisticated progression in that series, right?
But also a regression, because Breath of the Wild is a 10 out of 10 amazing game, but it's not an amazing Zelda game.
But if you're a Pokemon fan sitting back and just looking like from the overhead view, you're like, look at how they have evolved over time. Look at how any series has evolved over time. Look at Halo. Look at, like, not even within the Nintendo, look at God of War. Look at like
Final
everything.
Fantasy
But we also talked about ahead of time before the show started. Like, there's a reason Nintendo is the only one that catches a lot of the younger demographic. And it wasn't until something like Fortnite that really started, like, that caught a lot of younger kids, the colors, the art style, all that stuff. And Nintendo has still done it. The other thing is we see a lot of these fans that are so pissed about what the Pokemon company is doing, but the sales don't reflect their anger because the games are still purchased. They're still in the top, like, and I mean, to that point, yes, if I was like a hardcore Pokemon fan and I was upset that Shield doesn't look like Snap, I'm probably still going to play the game just so that I can be a part of the conversation and be involved with the community that I'm wanting to play with. For me, I'm just like, I know what I'm getting, and I'm buying both of them. I've not even played Shield. It hasn't even gone in my Switch yet. Here
I think they also are trying to evolve the series with Legends Legends Arceus. Looks like it's going to be a completely different experience than what we're used to in the mainline games. And we've also seen them. They've been experimenting. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee has been different than Sword and Shield, and the remakes, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, look like they're going to be slightly different than the other experiences you get on Switch. So they're trying to hit a broad audience.
It's not easy to do.
I'm kind of surprised one of the classic, like, what is Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, the Gen 4?
Gen 4, yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, like, one of the older games, I guess Let's Go got its criticism, but I like the casual sit back, play with just the Pokeball Plus. Like, that was
I had so much fun with that.
Yeah.
Like, I was hoping that the next game this year was going to be another Let's Go, like a Let's Go Diamond, Let's Go Pearl. You know what I mean?
Let's Go and Sword and Shield are both in the top 10 all time on Switch. I mean, Let's Go is
Diamond
at like
and Pearl will be too, and Legends
Yeah.
Arceus probably will be too. So it's
Yep.
Yeah.
So Freaky Deaky here says those are some good points. I agree with y'all what you're saying on the panel. I personally would play Shin Megami Tensei 5 over Pokemon Arceus or Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. And what I will say to that is, I'm making a few assumptions here, but I'm assuming that you were a fan of Pokemon and you are taking, you are voting with your wallet, but yet so few are that nothing's going to really change, right? Like that it is easy to just say, well, just vote with your wallet. But again, if you're like, yeah, but my only chance to play the new Pokemon is just to buy what they've put out there, and I still like it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. I would honestly, Pokemon has got such a huge brand at this point. I would love to see them like say, yo, we need to find us, like, we need to put together a studio and make a massive MMO for Pokemon that like,
yeah, that's another thing. I think I might have mentioned this on the last episode or something, but the Pokemon team is not a console developer. You know, they have made mobile handheld games for 20 years, 25
which is
years.
which is why people criticize the look of Sword and Shield a little bit.
but and to counter that, they have the money to grow those studios and to build those teams.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but even going back to Joshua, sorry to cut you off, Johnny, but like the have somebody else create something. Wasn't there a game that came out like last year or 2 years ago that was a Pokemon inspired game that was evolved?
Temtem.
Yeah.
It's Temtem.
Yeah, and like a lot of people played it for a little bit, but like what draws people in to Pokemon is the Pokemon. It's not necessarily the place or the what you're doing. It's the thought that they put behind each Pokemon.
Well,
But
and
it's
there is a
interesting
new,
though, right? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Cheesy.
So you asked me last week if I was a Pokemon fan, and I said, yeah, like I am. But even with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I've been going back and forth because I'm like, I played Pearl before, and I already know like how this is going to play out. And I'm just thinking like, do I really want to spend that much time going on this journey yet again? And this is an unpopular opinion that might make some Pokemon fans upset, but I prefer the spin-off Pokemon games because I find them more interesting and going into the world of Pokemon, and sometimes they're a little more interactive. And for those that are always asking like, well, why aren't you doing something different? It's like they have these spin-off games, and there's a ton of big spin-off games. I mean, they
have a MOBA.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah,
Yep.
that's a big thing that they did this year. So I mean, I get where people are coming from, but at the same time, there's other ways to experience Pokemon than just the mainline series.
You know what's funny? Pokemon Unite actually has made me more excited for Diamond and Pearl because I use Lucario in that game, and now Lucario is one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's a Gen 4, so now I'm excited for Diamond and Pearl.
That's awesome.
And I spent $40 on Pokemon Unite.
Best in the World 1995 says, watching Josh on Twitch while on the Switch. So mission accomplished, Nintendo. You did it. Thank you. I'm not sure how you type that.
Chatting on my phone.
No. So, I mean, and Johnny, I think you make a really, really good point too, that like this has been a studio that's been working in handhelds for 20 years, and now 25 years, and now they're in full on HD console mode, and they get put between a rock and a hard place in some cases, because it's like, yeah, everybody wants all their Pokemon, and they're like, yeah, we still want to make new ones, right? Like,
and they want everything to have a unique animation. Like, I don't know what what you're expecting. The Switch isn't that powerful,
And they don't want
that's
experience share, and they
no
want to have
XP
Pokemon
share.
Home integrated fully, and
Pokemon Sleep has to come.
where's
you know?
Pokemon Sleep? Where's my
I
getting
brush my
Pokemon-
teeth every night with that Pokemon app. Like
I'm
I'll
still
start.
playing
Look-
Magikarp Jump to this day.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Pokemon. The Pokemon is the largest entertainment
brand?
franchise, right?
Well,
I think.
well,
it's
if
like
you're gonna
one of
say
them.
if you're gonna say entertainment, Star Wars
Because
and
with the
Marvel are gonna
movies, the anime,
no Star Wars and Marvel are gonna beat you on that one.
Really?
I think Pokemon is.
I think so too.
what's the number that you're going from? Like, what are you looking at? Like dollar amount or like
Dollar
units sold? Like
No, dollar amount.
the most. I mean, I know for a while their Call of Duty was like crushing. I want to say Fortnite probably crushes as well. It looks like Crawler's looking it up right now. So they're definitely up there. There's no way they can't be when you're selling. In the last 2 years, they've had over 30 million copies sold of their two games. Like nobody does that. Like we've looked at like games like The Last of Us, and
you guys
sells
got me.
like it sold
yeah,
like 2 million.
Pokemon is ahead of Marvel, Star Wars, Mickey Mouse. Winnie
How
the
is
Pooh.
Hello Kitty number 2? Like that is crazy.
Worldwide, baby.
Yeah.
So? I mean, Pokemon Go is still huge. Like if you
Massive.
are a Pokemon fan, there are a lot of ways to experience the franchise that are not the mainline games.
But with that being said, is it more of a legit argument saying the series should evolve some, or if they've got that much, I mean, assuming that their capital has got to be through the roof, why not sub out some of the work to some of these other studios that
So
really
they
know
could
what they're
stay
doing?
as the
Like,
largest grossing franchise.
well, and that's definitely a factor, right? That is totally a factor in all of this, because it's like they can be profitable at a lower cost.
If we
out-
know anything about, well, I mean, this isn't Nintendo, this is a Pokemon company, but if we know anything about Nintendo and its subsidiaries, they tend to not spend money. They sit on it. They could make, they could put out more money for more powerful systems, for more intense games, but they don't want to. They don't need to.
Yeah, we have
$105 billion.
Yeah. I mean, they are dominating the console space with the most underpowered system. Period. So, we'll finish off with this. Freaky D said, "I've loved Nintendo from childhood. Love my Switch now. I don't have a strong history with Pokemon. Seeing the franchise success bolsters the platform as a whole. But yes, you can't please everybody, and that's the fact. That's a fact. You're not going to. And
I mean, I would love to not be a 10-year-old in Pokemon games. I'm hoping Legends Arceus, I'm like older in that game.
And when I think about
it's a
Legends,
little crazy that they're sending 10-year-old kids out to go.
I know,
fight
with
monsters.
these dangerous animals, monsters.
Well, and the I want more movies after Detective Pikachu. Like
There's a ton of there's a ton of animated movies. They just came out with one with Zarud, I think.
I don't like cartoons that much, though.
I like the
I'm just
world.
saying, if you want movies. Also, what happened to Detective Pikachu 2? Where's that game at?
Yeah.
Oh, well, and I like the fact that like the Detective Pikachu movie focused on something away from the training. It was people just living in the world, which was pretty cool.
And that's how the game is too. You see how Pokemon can be used in other ways than just like for battle.
Yeah.
Who knows? Hopefully, as the company evolves, as Nintendo has evolved. I mean, you got to remember too. They were kind of like, okay, how much do we put into the, like? Is the Switch gonna make it? Like, how much? there's got to be all those different conversations of like, how can we get the product out at the lowest cost and still like a piece of it. And that's the other thing. They're bringing, like, they want to fully update Sword and Shield to look like Snap, right? Like that's massive endeavor to get all those character models, all those animations. Like that's all time and money. So there we go. We're at 100. We're at an hour and 9 minutes. We're going to call it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Chat, we love you. Real quick, Johnny, where can people connect with you?
I am the Johnnybo everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I think that's it.
Crawler,
Nightcrawler724 on Twitter, Twitch too. Nightcrawlers without the E. Then podcasting around the week. Come find us. We're talking about lots of different things.
We're everywhere. Cheesy, how about you?
CheesyC64 on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. Yeah.
There you go. I'm N64 Josh everywhere. Thank you guys again for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.